And the music is ending, Boyd. It's time for us to talk. How are you?
I'm great, Karol. How are you?
Very well, thank you. It's
Good.
episode 12.
Welcome to episode 12. Yeah, we've come so far.
Wow, great. Great topic today. I'm excited about it too.
Absolutely. We're
Mhm.
gonna we're gonna take a little blast from the past here. Um, one of the most popular reasons, one of the most common reasons that people have been contacting us since March of this year, is because they're interested in getting funding for their government contracting businesses.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
And this happened because back in late February, I think it was, a very popular, very influential figure, Dr. Kizzy Parks,
Mhm.
joined one of our SCORE webinars. I think it was a night Orlando, the SCORE chapter in Orlando, was hosting and promoting our webinar, When Banks Say No. Very
Mhm.
popular, very popular. We always get big audiences for that. And Dr. Kizzy joined that night for that webinar, and immediately after the webinar reached out to us asking if she could interview us for her YouTube channel. And that
Mhm.
was the first time I think anybody had asked, can we interview you? and
Yeah.
and we hadn't heard of her. We didn't know who she was at the time.
No.
But we quickly found out. So she explained to me that she makes her living in government contracting
Mhm.
and in teaching people how to get into government contracting. She has a huge following on YouTube, and an excellent book, The GovCon Winner's Way, which I've read twice now. And I think you have my copy. You're halfway through it.
Yes, I'm in the middle of it.
There it is. Okay.
Yes, and
Just,
I was
yeah.
drawn since the beginning. It's like easy
Yeah.
read, but super
Mhm.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, super interesting work. Yeah, super interesting read. And so she explained to me that night that the biggest hurdle for the people who want to get into government contracting, and these are often first-time entrepreneurs, which we love, of course, right? We
Yes,
love the first-timers in
absolutely.
particular. Absolutely. And she said the biggest hurdle that her clientele is having when they're getting into their first government contracts is
Mhm,
they don't necessarily have the cash or the available credit that they need to get that first purchase made or to pay for the first round of service
mhm.
until they can get the invoice in and get paid, rinse and repeat, and go through that whole process. So, and as we have talked with her clientele, we've heard about all the variety in services and commodities that her clients have now begun providing to state governments or city governments or federal governments. And one of them I just thought was still is so interesting to me
Mhm.
is the gentleman who called and he said, "I got the contract to provide all of the plastic garbage can liners
Mhm.
for the prison system in the state of Pennsylvania."
I
I was like,
know.
that is an amazingly specific contract.
Yes.
But he needed to make his first purchase of garbage can liners and get them delivered to all the different locations in Pennsylvania. And so he needed cash or credit, available credit, to make that first purchase, and he didn't have it. And so that's when I really understood, okay, Kizzy, I understand now what your clients are up to. They win the contract, but to break that first egg, they have to have available credit or cash. And so that's why she thought our syndicated line of credit, which one of the tools, only one of the tools we explained
Yes.
in When Banks Say No.
Mhm,
But she listened to that and she said, wait a minute. So if I'm understanding this correctly, you can help my clients get new credit at
mhm,
0% interest, which they can use to buy what they need to buy, get it delivered to their contracted client with the government, and they can wait for payment without having any interest due on their credit card balance because they get 0% interest for at least a year. And then they can afford to wait to get paid by the
mhm.
government, take their profit, do it over, rinse and repeat as
And
we
do it
said.
again. Mhm.
Exactly, exactly. And so she thought that's just about perfect. That's just about perfect for what her clients need. And so she about jumped out of her seat because she realized that's just about perfect for her startup clients who don't have a lot of cash or don't have a lot of available credit on hand. This solves that problem.
Mhm. And
So
plus there's most of them are switching. Either they're retired veterans, they were doing
yes.
something else. They just I remember some we have calls every day
Huh?
from
Yeah,
government contracting all the time. And most of them is like, I'm tired of my 9 to 5 job. I need to switch. I need a change. I need to be in control. I want to start in government contracting. And we're like,
exactly.
okay, great. So,
Yeah, exactly.
uh-huh.
'Cause they've seen, having worked, many of them having worked for the government is the largest buyer, the largest customer in the world of almost everything.
Yes.
Yeah, and I remember you telling me that your own father,
Yeah.
after he retired from the military, was a government contractor for the military.
Still is. Yeah.
Still is. Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
talk about that.
Yeah. So my dad served in the army in Colombia. And when he retired as a veteran, army veteran, like most of him was like, okay, what are we gonna do now? So he, of course, throughout his service, had so many connections. He's an economist, so he knew a lot of people.
Mm,
He was in charge of the budget and all the commodities. But with Kizzy, it just opened a new world for me because I remember
yeah.
him trying to do government contracting for military boots and
Boots.
blankets and
Boots.
supplies and the
Yeah.
backpacks and of course bullets and all that stuff. But never thought that it's also about services, which is the list is endless.
It is, it is, yeah. Yeah, you even found yoga lessons?
So I was like, yoga lessons. Look, listen to this. Drum sets.
Oh my gosh.
And so I was like,
Yeah.
okay, great. So yes, my dad still is into government contracting back in Colombia. And so it's a small world that now I'm also close to that world.
Yeah, helping to fund the entrepreneurs here
Yes.
who are doing contracts with
Which
either
some of
city,
them are
state, yep,
yes, and some
federal.
of them are veterans as well.
Yeah, yeah, we hear a lot of veterans moving into that space.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be a veteran to move into that
No.
space.
No, absolutely.
So what other categories did you find? You mentioned IT services at one point?
Wow, it's like this is amazing because there's so many services like from video editing,
Video,
staffing,
yeah.
staff
Mhm.
training, IT support, which is now super important, or to recruiting.
Yes.
Is like
Yeah.
no matter who you are or what kind of background you have or expertise, if you really know how to do it and you really learn and educate yourself, it's just like this is a great opportunity. So it's anything from yoga classes, administrative services, powder milk, listen to this one.
Powdered milk.
Powder milk, drum sets, like yes, is endless.
We had an entrepreneur ask us to help her get funding. She needed to buy 6 or 7 leather couches for a Coast Guard station somewhere in Alaska.
Hmm.
I thought, "Oh, good luck with the shipping on that one."
This
But,
is so interesting.
yeah, so many, yeah, such a variety, and, we had a new one come in this week. We're working with her right now. Um, she got the contract to do the landscaping around solar farms.
Yes.
Those big solar panels just stick down the ground. Someone has to mow that grass. So,
Yeah, and here's
she got the contract to mow that grass, and so, she got it and got started, and she wasn't looking for upfront capital in this case. She already got going. She just needed some working capital. So we're trying to
grow and
find
expand.
to grow and
Mhm.
expand and now cover these contracts she got, and so we're now looking for working capital to help her cover the bills while she's waiting to get paid. She's already invoiced the government twice now, and but they don't pay next day, so we're trying to help her float some of that money while she waits to get paid.
Mhm. So this is great for small businesses, new entrepreneurs, startups.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That they need
So I remember from reading the book twice that
Yes.
there has been a myth in government contracting. People assume that the government only buys from the big companies, the aerospace and the defense companies and companies like that. But there's a certain amount of money set aside every year to buy from the little guys. And we love the little guys too, right? We love the new entrepreneurs, we love the little guys. Do you
Yes.
remember how much money it was that's set aside each year?
Yes, it's unbelievable. Every year, federal government spends over 500 billion
Gosh,
on small business
with a
owners
B, billion.
like you and
Yep.
all our clients and all our little entrepreneurs and small businesses. So,
Yeah.
what are we waiting for?
Yeah. Well, what are you waiting for? Well, and if anybody watching, has not heard of Kizzy Parks, go
Mhm.
to YouTube and find Kizzy
Please.
Parks. Get
Mhm.
her book, read her book. It's excellent. It's a quick read. It's very informative. And if you get to where you realize this is something I want to do, but you don't have the upfront cash or upfront credit to get those first couple contracts done, well, we have something that can probably help, and it's that syndicated line of credit that
Mhm.
made Kizzy just think, "I gotta call these guys. I gotta get them on my show. I gotta give them the chance to explain this to her customers," which we did. And I think that resulted in about 9 weeks straight of
Yes.
fully booked out day to day. The
Yeah.
2 of us just
And
no appointments available, all her clients
still
calling
every
us.
day is just people.
There's almost every day still a
Mhm.
Kizzy lead. Yeah.
Yeah, and she is amazing. If someone is passionate about government contracting, is her.
Yeah.
She
It's her.
won already over 70 million
Oh my gosh, that's right.
on federal government
70,000,000.
contract, and is
Yeah.
just providing services from IT, like I told you, to
Mhm.
recruiting from every.
Staffing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love when she mentioned, like, I'm here writing this book and Waikiki Beach and Honolulu,
That's right.
Hawaii.
Yeah, she
Um,
signed off from Hawaii. Nice touch.
and that's the financial freedom that most of us
Yeah.
are looking for. So
Yeah,
amazing.
okay, so let's call out here too.
Mhm.
Just because Kizzy won the contract to provide staffing, for example, at a particular Air Force base, doesn't mean she's in there with a typewriter and filing cabinet. She can subcontract that work or hire other people to do that work. She's in charge of the overall contract. And so a smart contractor builds in a reasonable, nice profit margin for themselves while they manage the outsourced work. So that's
Exactly.
why she can be writing a book in Waikiki while other people are working for her, fulfilling those contracts with the government. So it's not going to be you with a bucket and a mop cleaning a bathroom somewhere.
Mhm.
You can subcontract further with a janitorial firm or start your own janitorial firm, whichever.
And of course, getting to her point, it takes, like she mentioned in the book, it's not over a day. It took years and it
Yeah,
took
she's
effort
been
and
working at it.
knowledge and yeah, and try and error and all that. So she
Mhm.
deserved it.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Mhm.
So let's talk about the syndicated line of credit and why she felt it was, and have seen it is,
Yeah.
such a good fit. Now, it's not the perfect answer for every single client, but she was stunned. We were stunned at just how great a fit it is for these new entrepreneurs.
Mhm.
So the syndicated line of credit, syndicated means there's multiple players involved here. It's a syndicate.
Mhm.
Syndicated line of credit means we're getting funds from multiple banks, and these are the big banks. And this is that great secret where we're getting where the big banks say no 80% of the time to startups. We have a way to go in and get the banks to actually issue new credit to these startups.
Yes.
And because they issue small amounts, each bank issues small amounts, it really limits their risk, right?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so, for example, we would go in and say, okay, group of bankers, this is Kizzy, and she wants to open a taco truck now at this Air Force. So that wouldn't be a taco truck, but she
Be our dream.
something. Yeah, she wants to provide the fire extinguishers at such and such Army base, and she needs $80,000 to buy the initial supply of fire extinguishers and get them spread out and get them invoiced to get paid. And so in that case, then one of the major banks will say, okay,
Mhm.
we'll put in 10,000 worth of new credit, and another bank will say we'll do 10,000, and we just metaphorically go around the table until we have the 80,000 we need for her,
Yes.
or until the bank says, no, that's all, that's all we're gonna do. We're really good at hitting that number. But in this case, then Kizzy receives, let's say, the 80,000 she asked for in the form of new credit cards from multiple banks.
Yes.
And the beauty about these cards is they come at 0% interest
percent
for how
interest.
long?
It could be at least 12
At
months.
least 12 months.
15 months,
Yep.
18 months. We've seen from US Bank 24 months
Even
is
saw 20,
not is not common, but we've seen it.
but they had it. I'm not
Mhm.
sure if they still have it, but they did have it. So we get you that funding at 0% interest for at least 1 year, usually longer,
Yes.
okay?
Yes, which is a
So
great
Kizzy,
grace time.
it's incredible, yeah. You can't
Yeah.
beat 0%.
No,
Nothing's cheaper than than 0%.
nothing is
Yeah,
really.
nothing's cheaper than 0%. So then she can take those 2 cards, they'll come in the mail, one by one. Takes about 2 weeks to get everything in the mail. Then she has those cards available to use as credit cards, and almost everybody in a business-to-business setting will take a credit card.
Mhm.
But if somebody won't, we know there's third-party groups out there that let you upload a statement. You can pay with a credit card, and it will mail a check to
Mhm.
to a stubborn client, right?
Yeah.
And there are also a couple of third-party groups that will convert available credit into cash and put the
Cash.
cash in your bank account. So
Yeah.
it's incredibly flexible, and people love that 0% interest. Now, again, the problem that it solves is a brand new entrepreneur who doesn't have cash and lots of credit suddenly gets lots of available credit and can use it to buy those initial commodities or pay for the first round of service and wait without paying interest
Mhm.
until they get paid. It makes it so they can afford to wait until the government pays them, makes them whole, and then they can just do the whole thing all over again.
Mhm.
So it's like it's instant backing, instant funding for someone who didn't have the cash or credit to get started.
Yes. And I have like a free advice for everyone that is thinking about it. The Zcred ease to pay attention to your credit record and
Absolutely.
yeah, and have good credit history, even if it's just personal for now. Because guess what? When you decided to turn this into a business and then you start creating business credit, that's another
Mhm,
story and that will be great. But
mhm.
we have encountered few of our clients that unfortunately, because they don't have much credit history, it's just difficult for us to help, and that'll
Right.
take time. So start
It takes
working
time.
on that, and you'll see the results.
Yep, and so to qualify for the syndicated line of credit,
Mhm.
somebody needs to generally have at least a 680 on their credit score. They should not be using more than 45% of their available credit limits with all their cards combined, right? Those are the 2 most important things we look at. So if you're a 680 or higher, 45% or lower on your utilization, there's a good chance we're gonna find you money. But like you just said, some people we work with, their credit is so new or they don't have a good foundation. A lot of the young
No.
entrepreneurs in particular, they have a
Mhm.
thin credit history. Maybe they've got a starter credit card or 2, $500 credit limit.
No, that won't
If you
help.
if
Mhm.
you already have a good foundation of credit cards, if you've got a couple major bank cards, it's gonna be so much easier for us to get you more than that.
Mhm.
But we're able to tell somebody very accurately within just 15 seconds of looking at their
Yeah.
credit report what we think we can get for them
With our formula, with special
with our
formula.
formula. Yeah, yeah,
And it's
yeah,
these 3 good credit cards with, good credit limit will make
yep,
the difference.
big time. Yeah,
Mhm, and
exactly. And if someone doesn't qualify now, we'll put a plan together to
it's
show
not the end of the
not
road.
the end of the road. We'll put a plan together so that
Mhm.
they can get the funding. It won't be today, but we
Mhm.
can help them get that funding later.
That's why you said the time was 30
It's
years
like
ago or
best
now.
best time to start building your credit was 30 years ago,
Yeah.
and the next best time is right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, so this is why we say for most cases, this is just about the most perfect solution you can have
Yes.
for a new entrepreneur getting into government contracting. And so if somebody is watching now and they know who Kizzy is, don't know who Kizzy is, go find out who Kizzy is.
Please.
Um, and 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 just talk to us. Do an application online. We'll let you know instantly how much we think we can get for you, or put a plan together to help you get what you want later, right?
Mhm.
Um, but again, I just love this connection that we've made with Kizzy and with
Yeah.
her audiences because again, it is just about the perfect solution for someone who is brand new and getting into government contracting. So, um, serendipitous how she found us, and then we realized what a great match this is. So, it's worked out well for all parties.
Yes. And
Yeah,
it keeps growing. I'm just amazed
yeah.
for people going towards government contracting. And of course, because there's so much money available. So,
So much out there, so much
yeah.
out there. Yeah, the biggest buyer of commodities and services in the world was 500 billion
Billion.
set aside for the little guys.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
so it's out there, and Kizzy can teach you how to get it, and we can probably get you funded so you can get that business started.
we want to get you funded. Yes.
Absolutely, we wanna alright. So, Karol, here's a question I ask all the time. If the
Yeah.
bank says no, is that the end of the road?
No, it's not. Please call us. Call Otro Financial and we'll help you. We have options and we tried and we can help you as well to give you advice of what to do if you're not quite ready yet. But hopefully you will.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly right, alright.
Because and we forgot something super important with the syndicated line of credit. Every 15 months, if you want to continue, if you want to continue to, of course, have that credit available for you for your next government contracting bid. Hey, you can reapply for 0% of interest cards again and again.
Every 15 months, and then I'll drop the final secret weapon if you're having trouble qualifying. We have
Yes.
the cosigner program, which might help you get qualified anyway.
It will open some doors if uh-huh.
Very well could. Alright. Well, Karol, I think I hear the music. Yes.
Yes.
So we'll
Aw.
put the wrap on episode 12. Thank you for another great episode. I love this one. I
Yes.
love helping the little guys get going, and this is such a great match for so many of them.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much. It was one of my favorites too.
Good. Until next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.